walls are so cold here. Not the kind of cold that comes from the outside, but the kind that seeps into your bones, like they were built to keep warmth from ever touching them. It's quiet and naturally so, but that's how I like it. It gives me time to think, to collect my thoughts. I'm not like the others. I know I'm not. I can see it in their eyes. They look at me with pity, with confusion. They think I'm one of them, one of the broken ones. But I'm not. I know that deep down. I can feel it. I know the truth. My name is Thomas, at least. I think it is. The doctors here don't bother with names anymore. They call us numbers, like we're cattle, like we don't matter. But I remember what it was like before all of this. It was free. I had a life, a family. But that was a long time ago, wasn't it? I can't remember how long I've been here. It feels like an eternity. The days bleed together and time doesn't seem to exist in this place. The only thing that's constant is the dark, the dampness, the hum of the fluorescent lights overhead. There are others here, to patients, they call us, but I don't trust them. They're all unstable. They talk to themselves, or worse, they talk to things that aren't there. There's one, an older man with a twisted, gnarled face. He whispers to the walls, his eyes wide and frantic. I hear him sometimes, late at night, begging for the voices to stop. But I don't listen to him. I can't. If I do, I'll be just like him. My room is small. It's sterile. Everything is white, blank. There's nothing here but the bed, the chair, the window, though they never open it. They don't want us to see the outside world. They don't want us to know there's anything beyond these walls. But I remember the sun. I remember the way the sky used to look wide and endless, stretching out forever. The warmth of it on my skin. I used to walk outside. I used to be free. They keep telling me I'm here because I need help. The doctors, the nurses, they say I'm not well. They say I'm a danger to myself and others. They keep me drugged up on these pills, these asterisk things, asterisks that make the world feel fuzzy and distant. It's hard to think clearly when they're inside you, but I try. I fight it. Because I know the truth. The truth is, I'm not supposed to be here. I was put here, trapped. They took me from my life, from everything that mattered. I wasn't supposed to be in this place. There's a mistake. They're all mistaken. The other night, I overheard a conversation between two nurses. They were whispering in the hallway, thinking I couldn't hear them. I wasn't supposed to hear it, but I did. We've had to up his dosage. He's getting more delusional. It's getting harder to convince him he's here for his own good. The words floated around in my head like smoke. I tried to focus on them, to make sense of them, but it was hard with the drugs clouding my mind. They were lying to me. I could feel it. The next morning, they gave me my pills again, and I took them like I always do. But this time, I didn't swallow them right away. I kept them in my mouth, hidden beneath my tongue. I needed to find out. I needed to know if I was wrong, if I really was insane. I pretended to take my medicine. I didn't think they'd notice. They never do. They don't care. I spent the entire day pretending to be one of them. I listened to their ridiculous conversations, their mindless chatter. I even smiled when I was supposed to, though it felt foreign, like I was acting in some play. But as the day wore on, the fog in my brain began to lift. I started to see things clearly. I knew something was off. I could feel it in my bones. And then, as the sun began to set, it hit me. I realized what I had to do. Wasn't going to stay here any longer. I wasn't going to let them keep me in this prison. I was going to escape. I was going to find the truth. I waited until the lights dimmed, the sounds of footsteps faded, and everything went quiet. The guards passed by, but I knew their routines. I knew the right moment to slip past them unnoticed. I got to the door, my heart pounding in my chest, my breath shallow. I was ready, but when I grabbed the handle to open it, I froze. The door didn't lead to the hallway. It led to another room, a room that I didn't recognize. It wasn't like the others. It was small. There were no windows, just a single flickering light above my head. The walls were cracked, stained with something dark, something I couldn't place. And there, lying on the floor in front of me, was a mirror. At first, I didn't understand. I was too scared to think clearly, too desperate to escape. But then, I saw it. My reflection. It wasn't me. The man in the mirror was gone pale. His eyes were wide and crazed, just like the others I'd seen in the halls. His skin was clammy, almost sickly. And then I understood. The truth hit me like a punch to the gut. I wasn't trapped in an asylum. I was the asylum. I was the one who was insane. The walls were never meant to keep me in. They were meant to protect everyone else from me. The doctors, the nurses, the patients, they were all real. But I was the monster. I was the one who had been locked away. I felt the bile rise in my throat as everything around me started to collapse. I could hear the voices again, louder now, but they weren't just whispers. They were screaming for me to stop. But I couldn't. I was already too far gone.